Hi everyone, welcome back for another video. I'm so excited to be with you guys again. It has been a minute since I filmed. Life has just gotten very chaotic, and that's just kind of the season of life that we're in with preparing for our wedding, but that's okay. But hello, welcome to my channel if you're new. Welcome back if you are not. My name is Shelby. This is True North Budgets. My fiance Tanner and I are on a journey to pay off our debt and catch back up into some of our sinking fund categories that we had gotten a little bit behind in due to me being laid off from my job in February of this year. I'm going to take this watch off actually because it's dead for one, and it's just clanking on the table and driving me crazy. So, on this channel, we do budgeting content, and that includes budget with me's, cash stuffings, cash unstuffings, things like that. If there's other content that you guys would like to see, please let me know, and I am happy to try to accommodate that into our routine. But today we are going to be doing a budget with me for week 3 of May. I'm a tiny bit behind. This is for Tanner's paycheck on the 16th, as well as my unemployment and Spark income for this week. And today is let's see, what is today? 16th would have been Friday. Today is Sunday. So it is the 18th today that we're filming this. So we're not too behind, just a little bit. We had kind of a crazy weekend. In the town that we live in, we have a really big festival every year. I'm not going to say the name of it because if you Google it, you'll be able to find out where we live. But that was this weekend. So we went to a concert. We went to horse races yesterday with my sister. So that was pretty fun, but yes, we are back at the grind today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our budget with me. I will get you guys zoomed in here and I will be right back. Okay, so as I stated, I'm going to just use my calculator for a second. As I stated, this is for the 16th, which is Tanner's paycheck. We have some rollover income from last week. I did fill in the actual amount because I do have those numbers since we are a couple days late on the cash. Since we are a couple days late on this budget with me. So our actual number, as you can see, is almost $1,000 more than the budgeted number, which is fantastic. My delivery stuff. So if you are new, I am a delivery driver for Spark, which is Walmart grocery delivery. And then I receive unemployment as well. So my Spark deliveries have been crazy this month. I've almost doubled what I planned on making for the month already, and we're only halfway through. So that's where we're at. Tanner's check was a little bit more than expected as well. Not much. It was about $1,336 instead of $1,300. So that's where we're at. We're budgeting with $1,569 for our budgeted Tanner and rollover income. And then for unemployment and Spark, sorry if you guys can hear some background noise as well. With the festival that was in town, there's still kind of a lot of people in town, so there's a lot of driving and all the noise from that. My unemployment and Spark income is expected to be $1,008 this week. This is a weekly income. Tanner is paid bi-weekly, so when we do week 4, we will not have Tanner's income in that. So total, that comes out to $2,577 for this week. Filling in our bills for this week. The only bill that we have due this week is our State Farm bill. And that includes our car insurance for both of our vehicles as well as our renter's insurance. And that is budgeted to be about $288. I do have the actual number for that as well, just not off the top of my head. It's like $287 and some change, something like that. And then moving down, moving to our subscription sections, we have 3 subscriptions coming out this week. We have Gravel, which is my workout subscription app. It's kind of an AI-based app. It generates workouts for me and then tracks progress of those workouts and adjusts future workouts based on progress and things like that. I found it really helpful. Our next subscription is Canva, and then YouTube is our last subscription. Gravel is $11 per month, Canva is $13, and YouTube is $11. And then lastly, our debt category. I just have one debt coming out this week, and that is my Best Egg loan, and it is the first loan. And that is actually it for all of our bills for this week. So we'll go ahead and total these up next. So for bills, since there's only one, we have $288 as our total. For our subscriptions, I did finally get my new calculator in, and I am absolutely in love with it. We have 11, 13, and 11. So that is 35 for our total. And then, I didn't say what our Best Egg budget is. So we budget $100 for this loan, and that is also the total. So next we're going to take our total income and subtract out each of these totals to figure out what we have left for our variables and savings. So with that, we have $25.77. We take out $288. That leaves us with $22.89. And then we take out $35. That leaves us with $22.54. And we take out $100. That leaves us with $21.54. And the only variables that we budget for weekly are gas, groceries, and eating out. And those are the same every week as far as the categories go. Our budget for this week is going to be $32 for gas, $200 for groceries, and $20 for eating out. We are trying to cut back on eating out, partially because we are behind in categories, we do have debt, and partially because we are also on a fitness journey because of our wedding that's coming up in August. So the totals for our variables is going to be $252. And if we take out $252 from the $21.54, that leaves us with $19.02 left for savings. We're budgeting for quite a few savings categories this week, actually, which is exciting. So our cash stuffing will be a little bit more. It'll be a little bit longer this week, and next week too. So we are budgeting for taxes. And taxes is because my Spark income does not have taxes taken out of it. So I have to account for that myself. And then I also put a percentage of my Spark income towards car maintenance. And then we have electronics. We have vitamins. Supplements, we have over the counter, and then business. Got some business expenses that we need to cover, and then going into some wedding categories, we are budgeting for groom, and vendors. Wedding gifts. I didn't even check to see if that was in frame, so there's that. We have wedding gifts. That's any type of gifts for our wedding party or our family and things like that that we would like to gift people for helping out with our wedding. And then lastly, we have food. And that is it. Oh, actually, we're not budgeting for food this week. Let me just grab my white out and I will take that off. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee here. Stir that all up. I am drinking a I get the Javi coffee concentrate. I don't know if you guys have ever had that. But it's concentrated coffee. You just pour it in whatever liquid you would like. You can do water, milk, a protein drink, whatever you would like. I put it in the Fairlife milk, and then I added in a little bit of sugar-free French vanilla and a sugar-free peppermint thin mint syrup, and topped it with a little bit of the thin mint whipped cream from Sam's Club and some thin mint seasoning stuff that I have. So that's what I'm drinking, a little peppermint mocha type situation. Okay, so getting into amounts, we are going to do, let me make sure I'm in frame here still. I'm so sorry if the paper slanting bothers anybody. I have to have the paper slanted as I'm writing, and that's just kind of how it is. So I think we are in frame, so we are good. We are in frame, so we're good. We will go ahead and get these written out here. We have taxes is $50. How's your guys' weekend and week been as well? I know it's been a while since I filmed. It's been a while since I've posted, but let me know how things are going for you guys. Is school almost out where you guys are at? I think we have graduation here is Memorial Day weekend. That's when it is every year. It's always on Sunday of Memorial Day weekend. So that's coming up for us here. And then after graduation, I think there's maybe half a week of school left. So our teachers are getting very excited for summer. We have a lot of changes in our school district for next year as well. We have a school closing. So I think with the excitement of the school year being over, I think there's probably also some anxiety about the next year as well. There's still a lot up in the air about changes and things like that. But yeah. Is school almost done for you guys? What are your guys' summer plans as well? Like, what do you guys do with your kiddos to keep them occupied in the summer? Yeah, let us know. Car maintenance is getting $30 this week. And then electronics is going to go ahead and get $14. Vitamins will get $15. Oh, we are actually not budgeting for supplements this week, so we'll take that out as well. Groom is getting $5. Our over-the-counter is going to get $3. Business is going to get $20. Vendors will get $15. And gifts will get $50. So that is everything that we're budgeting for savings for this week. We'll go ahead and add that up. So that is 50, whoops, and 30, and 14, 15, 3, 20, 5, 15, and 50. So that is 202 for our total. And we had 1902 left after our variable expenses. So if we take 202 away from that, we have $1,700 that will roll into the next week's budget with me. I am not concerned about having a a zero-based budget every week, as long as our budget for the entire month is zeroed out. I do have, just because the amount of bills that we have coming out each week varies so greatly, and some of our bills are pretty high, like our car payments and rent and things like that. So I don't mind having a large rollover amount going into another week. Like next week, we have Tanner's car payment coming out, and that's $875. And our income next week will be a lot lower because we are not having Tanner's paycheck next week. It'll just be this rollover and then anything I make from unemployment and Spark for next week. So it's just going to be a lot lower of an income week. So having this rollover amount helps to cover those bills. But that is all that I have for this week's budget with me. My next video will probably be a cash stuffing video. We'll get all of this cash stuffed. I do not cash stuff my bills as of right now. It's something that I would like to work towards in the future, because I think it would help us to be able to just cash stuff the same amount every single week. Like we're splitting all of our bills into 4. But for right now, with where we're at on being behind in our savings, having debt, it just isn't really possible for us. So we're going to work on getting caught up on our savings, and then I want to focus on building a $1,000 emergency fund. We don't actually have that quite yet. And then after that, I want to get a month ahead on all of our bills. So that's kind of the journey that we're on right now. This month will help us get at least halfway caught up on our categories. Not halfway caught up on the amount, but the categories that we have, we should be getting pretty close. But yeah, that's all that I have for this week's video. We will cash stuff our variable expenses and our savings categories in the next one. Hope to see you there. If you have not hit that subscribe button, please go ahead and do so. Just throw some support over our way, and we will see you next time. Bye.